The Lego Movie 2, the second part, is directed by Mike Mitchell and yet again stars Chris Pratt as Emmett and Elizabeth Banks as Wildstyle. Now, if you've seen the ending of the last movie, you know that the evil Lego Duplo have now arrived because the kid's sister has taken over with him, the rest of the father, so they can both join in, and they have destroyed Bricksburg. It is now Apocalypseburg, but with the help of Metalbeard, Batman, Unikitty, and all these guys, all their friends, Wildstyle and Emmett, and this new mystery guy are going to try and save Bricksburg and make everything awesome again. I'm a huge fan of the first Lego movie. I think it's one of these films that can go with kids and adults. It's got great humour. The same with the Lego Batman movie. I think that it was so self-referential that it sort of transcends any age. That's very rare for a kids film to do. So I was so excited that they were doing another one to see what would happen after the Duplo things, alien thingies, came to Bricksburg. And honestly, it was so good. This is no exception to how good the other two were. Now, if I was going to compare this movie to the first one, of which I shall, being a sequel, does it work and does it coincide with the first one? I'd say yeah, they work really well together. As I was watching this movie, it being a sequel, I couldn't help but think the entire way through, this is where the sequel needed to go. It was a lot more about children's imagination. It was a lot more about finding your inner self and having fun and being, friends with your sister, because it gets a bit heated. It's got a lot of sort of, some backstories in there that are life lessons, and it's where it needed to be. And honestly, you think, where are they going to go? How are they going to make Duplo a thing and make it menacing as it looked in the end of the first one? Honestly, it worked so well. It's so funny. The way that they make the younger child's imagination come through in the Duplo is just genius for me. I absolutely adored it. They are so clever with this movie, yet again putting fingerprints on the CGI Lego characters. There's not one bit of detail that they miss. It's just absolutely flawless in that respect. That much imagination. This movie makes me miss being young. This movie made me smile from start to finish with all its referential humour, all of its little quirks, and the way Chris Pratt and Elizabeth Banks are so natural in this movie. Alison Brie as Unikitty, honestly, they're all just perfect for the roles. But I say perfect too often in this awesome review. I did have an issue with it. For me, the problem with the movie was the ending. I understand that it being part of a children's imagination, they very much use the real world in this movie. I think towards the end, though, it turns from people using their imagination to Lego bricks coming to life. Now that, for me, takes away from the fact that there's child's imagination on this big table full of awesome Lego. It then changed into something that's like Lego coming to life. It's not a spoiler, but it's something it did put me off, so I thought I had to tell you that really did. So I sat there going, why? You could have done this so much more inventively, and they started to do that towards the end, but even then the kids weren't there. So there was no definitive line. It was just this weird fight. It was odd, but yeah, it didn't make any sense to me as to why they would do it. They could have done it in really inventive ways and kept it within the child's imagination. It was just a bit silly and maybe a bit of a cop-out, I don't know. Maybe trying to be inventive, but it was just silly. Guys, if you're a kid or an adult, you're going to love this movie. It's full of meta humour. It's like it's the cartoon version of Deadpool, it's one of those things that is so knows what it is, and they are so comfortable in what they're doing with this franchise that I think it just continues to work. I think that it makes so many references that Ready Player One should really have taken note from this, because that's how you fucking do it, Spielberg. Anyway, with all that being said, guys, I'm going to give the Lego Movie 2, the second part, a 4 out of 5. So, there you have it, guys. There's my take on the Lego Movie 2. If you have seen the movie, then please let me know how awesome it was. I would love to know what you guys think. As always, let me know in the comments down below. And guys, honestly, please just like, share, subscribe. Please tell your friends. I love doing this. I'm going to keep on doing it until your fucking eyes bleed seeing this ginger godliness on my face. So until next time, guys, this is your friendly neighbourhood ginger guy saying, Ginge out.